Welcome back to the Sports Update. You are just in time to hear from Stoney from 97.1 The Ticket. Stoney, welcome back.
How are you, Dave?
Doing well. We're doing a lot better than those Tigers, seeing their 4-game winning streak come to an end against Cleveland today.
Yeah, they had a good week. You win 2 out of 3 from the White Sox. Granted, got the game coming up tomorrow. And you win 2 out of 3 from Cleveland, but today they really should have won that game. You blow a 3-0 lead. Bad defense. It was a crazy game. I mean, a bad defense, horrible calls by the first base umpire. Leland gets ejected. You had a bad play with the Vila infielder colliding. Yeah. I mean, that has to be avoided. One of them's got to call each other off, and who knows how long Avila's going to be out for. And then Papa Grande, I mean, after Cabrera comes back and does what an MVP candidate should do, the 3-run homer to give him the lead again, and Papa Grande can't hold on to the lead. That's demoralizing going to Chicago. 2 back, are running out of time.
Yes.
I don't want to say tomorrow's a must-win. It's a must-win. They cannot fall 3 games behind the White Sox.
And they're 4 games back in the AL wildcard standings right now.
Forget the wild card. It's the division or nothing. There's too many teams ahead of them in the wild card.
It all counts. Doug Fister on the mound tomorrow. I like what Doug Fister did. We saw what he did last Tuesday against those White Sox. He was lights out, 6 strikeouts against the Chi Sox. Very impressive.
Yeah, they have a very good chance to win tomorrow, and it's a huge game tomorrow afternoon. And like I said, Fister's been very good lately. Scherzer's been very good lately. They win this game, cut it to 1. They go home. The White Sox go on the road. It's set up for them nicely, but they have to win tomorrow.
Little concerned, though, because they're at U.S. Cellular Field. Those White Sox fans are going to be crazy. But do you like this team to be able to win?
I like their chances tomorrow.
You like their chances?
Yep.
Moving on to college football now. Notre Dame, boy, did they show us how good their defense is. Off to its best start in 10 years with a big win over Michigan State. Le'Veon Bell held to just 77 yards rushing. Andrew Maxwell, the quarterback, 187 yards passing. No touchdowns. We saw the sack.
I didn't expect that. Notre Dame, they look really good on both sides of the ball as far as the trenches go. They dominated inside. And I know Andrew Maxwell's getting a lot of heat. And he didn't play great or anything like that. That's obvious. But how many drop passes did they have? Quite a few. And I think it's time for Mark D'Antonio to maybe play some of the young kids, whether it's Burbage or Arnett, who they got from Tennessee, because the receivers they have, Fowler, Mumphrey, Mumphrey's trying hard. He made some nice catches. There was no separation at all. I mean, every Maxwell pass, it seemed, had to be pinpoint somewhere. Some weren't. And it's a shame because I still think Michigan State is the class of the weak Big Ten. I mean, you see what happened in the Big Ten. I mean, Wisconsin barely survived. Ohio State barely survived. Indiana had problems. Purdue could be the sleeping giant in the Big Ten, by the way.
As Spartans look to try to bounce back against Eastern Michigan on Saturday at home. So that's a 3:30 start.
And then Michigan takes on Notre Dame Saturday night. Now, we know the last 2 times they've met, Michigan's 2-0 against Brian Kelly. Denard had the huge game up there with the big runs. And then the amazing game here under the lights last time. I think Notre Dame's going to win the game. And Michigan, they played much better yesterday, but they were playing against UMass, and they still had trouble containing the run. And I worry about Notre Dame's offense, whether Michigan up front is stout enough to hang with the Irish.
397 yards of total offense for Denard Robinson, but the big question is how is he going to stack up against that Notre Dame defense, by the way, in South Bend, Indiana? Little cause for concern there.
Yeah, he's done it before, but I think this team has some more they don't have as many offensive weapons as he had the last time they were there.
NHL lockout, Stoney, where do we begin with this stuff? Players are locked out, both sides unable to come to an agreement by the midnight deadline. It's ugly.
It's very ugly. You're seeing players now signing to play in Russia, and it's very simple. The owners, I think, are responsible. They agreed to this collective bargaining agreement the last time. Okay, yeah, maybe they don't want to spend 57% on salaries, but they're not offering a major reduction at all. And you know what? Gary Bettman, you are this week's Stonehead. The reason why you've been commissioner of this league for how long? 3 lockouts under 1 commissioner. How can you look yourself in the mirror at night, during the day? How do you sleep at night? Gary Bettman, you little weaselly looking thing. You are a Stonehead.
You heard it from Stoney. We do want to mention, according to reports, the Wings, Pavel Datsyuk has agreed to play for a team in Russia. I'm sure we're going to see a trend of some of these other Wings going to European clubs.
Yep, absolutely. Malkin of Pittsburgh is going to go. Now, if they do end the lockout, they'll probably, I think their contracts enable them to come back. But still, it's absurd.
You heard it from Stoney, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch him 6 to 10 weekdays on 97.1 The Ticket. Stoney, we appreciate it as always, my friend.
Thank you, Dave.
Good seeing you.
Yep.
Stoney Stonehead of the Week is brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage bankers. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.